Is your Tuesday as expected? Or is it better? I would not say worst, I would say, or is it better? Is it better than you had expected it to be? How are you all? I am good, Sandeep. Thank you so much for asking. It's pretty hot here. Yes, really, really hot. I am, I have my sympathies for people who have to step out in this hot weather and work for work purposes. Tanu, hi, good evening. Good evening. How are you? Doing well? Is your Tuesday as expected? Hi, Basant. Hello, Nilesh. I want to warmly welcome all the attendees who are attending the session for the first time. Hi, Shubham. You can post all your messages and your greetings and everything in the chat box directly. You do not need to use the question and answer. Yeah, let's use the chat box. Yeah, that would be better. All right. So as you can already see on my screen that we are doing the vocabulary for task 2. We're doing general vocabulary for writing. It can be task 1 or it can be task 2. Not really, Sandeep. It is not likely to take a nap in such a hot weather, in such a hot climate. It is really, really unlikely. It's a hectic day for you and it is for me as well. It certainly is a hectic day. It is, although it seems like it's 4 o'clock and we want to wrap up our lunch and prepare for the evening. However, it is so bright. The sun is so bright outside that it still feels like it is so hot. Yeah, isn't it? Do you agree? Hi, Tripti Kukreja. How have you been doing? Are you doing well? And I welcome you once again. Let's get started with the session. Today we are looking at essential vocabulary for IELTS writing task. So we are doing the writing task today and for 3 days. Like yesterday also we did writing. We looked at, what did we do yesterday? People who attended the session yesterday are aware of the fact that we did writing yesterday. We did idea generation. There is background noise. I think it must be the fan. Just wait. Yes, a lot of is not a very good expression to be used in IELTS. A lot of, no, Sagar, we would like to avoid that. Also, it depends on what you are using with a lot of. What are you using? Are you saying a lot of people or are you saying a lot of objects? Where are you using this a lot of? Yeah, people. So we can say numerous. We can say numerous. Yeah, numerous people could be a good expression to say. Hi Balvinder, good evening and welcome to the session. Yesterday we did idea generation and we talked about how we can generate ideas for task 2. Although idea generation is or should not be difficult, because all the topics that come in your IELTS exam are related to your everyday life. Today we are looking at vocabulary. We are looking at lexical resource for IELTS writing task. So 3 important things that matter in your answer are adverbs. I'm going to share a list of adverbs with you. I'm going to share connectors, a list of connectors with you, and some adjectives that can improve your overall appearance of the answer. Yes. So when the examiner is reading your answer, they should be impressed with the vocabulary that you're using. Yeah. All right. Then let's take a look at some LY words. So have you been using importantly? Have you been using the term importantly? It's now time to replace that term with, you can use significantly. You can instead use significantly. Let's make a list now And let's use this list when you are going to write your answer next time. So if you are attempting a task 1 or a task 2, you can use that. Appropriately is a good word as well. Appropriately. Make sure you do not make any spelling mistakes, because even if you're using a good word, but if it is spelled incorrectly, your bands can go down. So there is no negative marking in your IELTS. IELTS does not give you negative marks, but they definitely deduct your bands. They penalize your overall scoring if there are a lot of mistakes, grammar mistakes and spelling mistakes. These are two mistakes we are certainly going to avoid. One is grammar and one is spelling. The next is evidently. How can we use this term evidently? Authentically, Rishabh, I'm not very sure if authentically makes sense. Authentic, something is authentic, something is credible. So we are not talking about something that is authentic. We're not talking about something that is credible. So authentically really does not gel with IELTS requirements. Yeah, yes. Significantly in task 1, because we're talking about numbers, we're talking about figures, and there is a significant fall or a significant increase. Yeah, yes. Comparatively is a good term. Then evidently, we can use evidently if you are providing any evidence. So that you can do, yes, Ishita, that you can do in task 1 while you are presenting an example. Yes, Ishita, you are aligned with my thoughts. Yes. And this is exactly what we are going to learn. It's not just about learning, but the batch is also like batch, which I'm starting Thursday, 11 a.m. is a premium batch exclusively for writing newcomers who are newbies here right now and who do not know about our batches. This is for you. Batch is not only about learning, it is also about experiencing and talking and communicating. I still think that you guys do not, you people, you test takers, you do not have a lot of exposure to English language. Am I right? You are so busy in your life. You are busy maybe doing your work, you are working, you are a mother and you have children, but still you want to take the test. You are a student and you have studies of your graduation or post-graduation or your college that you are into. Yes, so you do not really give yourself a lot of exposure to the English language, and hence a batch is mandatory. Yeah, so Sagar is right now in the office. You are at your workstation. Yeah, you are at your workstation right now and you're still attending a session. So I owe you a lot of appreciation and gratitude, Sagar, for believing. Then let's move to the next ly word. You can use clearly. Now, clearly can be used in task 1. Clearly. So you can use this to express that clearly this can be seen, a clear, significant rise or a significant fall. Clearly, the data, yeah, is something. Probably, Preston, to join my premium batch, I think you should click on this link. This link will directly take you to the batch. It is a 1-week exclusive batch. But I would not say that this batch is limited to writing task 1 and task 2. You are going to communicate with me every day. Yeah, you're going to communicate with me every day. So speaking is involved. We are also going to do grammar. For example, in my last premium batch, I taught gerunds, I taught complex sentences, and I taught cleft sentences. If you are not aware of what are cleft sentences, then you can Google and find out what are cleft sentences. So if you add a cleft sentence in your speaking or in your writing, it is certainly going to increase your bands, and that is what you want to know, right? This is exactly what you want. Chitrang, it doesn't matter that it's for beginners. So IELTS is not beginners or intermediate or advanced. IELTS does not have those levels. These are the levels of English language. So you need to first determine what is your level of English. Is it beginners? Is it advanced? Yes, IELTS does not have a level. IELTS has set its bar very high. And we are all taking the test no matter what level of English we are into. So some of us are scoring 8 and some of us are scoring 6, maybe 5 if your level is poor. So you can identify your levels of English by doing English grammar activities. If in English grammar activities you do well, your answers are correct. You know, there are a lot of websites that conduct English grammar activities, and those activities generate results instantly. So you know where you stand. Yeah. If you're making 5 mistakes out of 10, that you are at 50%. If you're making 3 mistakes, then you are more than, you know, you're at a better level. But if your 3 answers are correct out of 10, that's it. So you can try doing an advanced grammar activity online, which will produce instant results, and you can get to know your level. If you are at an advanced level, then you are very, very close to the preparation of IELTS exam. And now you need to only prepare IELTS. Yeah. How can you remember vocabulary? I will come to that later. First, I'd like to talk about my batch. The seats are already going to be full. We are not going to take thousands of students in this. We are going to take only 2-digit students here, just 2-digit. It could be, you know, we want to have 30 to 35. That's exactly the number I'm looking at, because I don't know how many have come, but I remember yesterday my team was telling me we've got 25 seats are closed. Now we're looking at some more people. If you are looking at taking an admission, please join this premium batch. And then I'm going to get back to talking about vocabulary, Montilal High. And then this is the premium batch that I'm talking about. It has an inbuilt code in it, DK Live 20. So you don't have to pay 548. You now only have to pay 438. Yes. Tirath, yes, of course. I started the class already. We have already learned so many words. I think you have missed it. Yeah, were you there? So we have already learned these LY words. I want to talk about a nice expression when you use similarly. When you use similarly, how can we use the term similarly? Similarly or similar. A similar trend can be observed in the US. For example, you're talking about the spendings in the UK. So you want to say that the British had spent a lot or maximum on housing. And the similar trend or similarly, you can also use likewise. That's a great adverb again. Likewise. And there's one more expression I'd like to talk about is in the same breath. In the same breath. In the same breath is also an expression that can be used in IELTS. Yes, simultaneously, likewise, similarly, or similar, a similar trend. You can use a similar trend, but we have to provide some LY words to our examiners. A similar trend can be observed, you know, like that. Yeah. This is how you can use hopefully, not at all, probably, Sandeep, or no, somebody had written probably before also. And I wanted to talk about this, that probably means in Hindi, if you understand Hindi, probably means maybe, shayad. But why am I using terms which are probable? Why am I using terms in my, but you have a data in front of you. You have the graph in front of you. Then why do you need to use probably? Means shayad. When you know exactly that it's falling, exactly that it is rising, exactly that it is fluctuating, it's in front of you. Then what is the use of probably? Yeah, you can use probably if you are writing a letter to a friend and you can say, I probably would be visiting. So maybe, probably means maybe. There is a probability. Yeah, then you can use probably. I probably would be visiting your country in a few months, in a couple of months. Yeah, so here probably makes sense because you don't know. But if you are writing on a graph, then you certainly know it's probably. Let me also talk about the benefits of a premium batch. Premium batch has a very limited number of students. Premium batch is live interaction like right now. You would be writing a paragraph, and that paragraph, you get that paragraph reviewed there and then. So that is the USP of a premium batch. When you participate in a class, you write a small paragraph. Yes. And that small paragraph, I will correct you there and then. If it is a grammar, if it is vocabulary, if it is punctuation that is missing, what is wrong in your answer, you need to know. Yes. And live in the classes. SV Giri, the batch is 1 week long, and each class is 1.5 hours long. And that is why we are also introducing grammar and speaking in these batches. Every day we will pick up a question. Every day we will pick up a question. It can be a discussion essay. It can be opinion. It can be advantage, disadvantage. It can be problem solution. And we are going to brainstorm ideas on that. Yeah. We are going to brainstorm not just ideas, but also the style of writing, the structure will be. For example, let's take, for example, if you have advantage and disadvantage essay, and you're constantly writing the advantage is this, or a disadvantage is this. Let me give you better vocabulary, because today we are learning vocabulary. You can say an added. I'll write here. You can say an added. An added merit of traveling, an added merit of spending, whatever is the topic given to you. You have to rephrase that again and again. An added merit of spending public finances on roadways. For example, if that is your topic, is this. Yeah. An added. You can also say a definite disadvantage or demerit of. Give me a situation, guys. Have you been practicing writing, and do you know what topics are asked? Do you know what topics are asked? What was the last topic that you had practiced? Tell me, what was it? What was the type of question? How often do you write an answer? Reply to me. How often do you write? Nice, Sagar. Increase the use of unhealthy food, junk food. Yes. How often do you write? When was the last time you had written? Yes. When was the last time you wrote something on a piece of a paper? Like you really wrote like this. I'm not saying that you are just processing ideas in your head, but when was the last time you wrote? How long did you take? What were the challenges that you faced? I want to discuss all of that right now. Okay, so Sandeep wrote an answer yesterday. Was that task 1 or task 2? Challenges were synonyms, repeated words. Okay. Yesterday. Tirath says today. Nice. Words. You mean to say vocabulary. So you are redundant, or you are using repetitive words, maybe. Yeah. What's my favorite cuisine? Lochan. It's a good topic, but this is for speaking. It is not for writing. So writing is deep. Yeah. However, you don't need to brainstorm a lot of ideas. When was the last time you wrote? And did you get that checked with somebody? Did you get that checked from an IELTS certified trainer like I am, Diksha? Or there are other trainers or mentors. So LeapScholar has about 10 to 15 such certified trainers. Whatever time suits you, you can enroll in the batch and you can get yourself corrected. You got that checked. Okay, you've joined a local class. All right. But they need to be certified, Sagar. You have to make sure that they are certified and they are credible. Otherwise, local resources are everywhere. Yes. And you also have to make sure that you cross-check every information shared with them. Find such information available on IELTS.org, then I think you will have. Okay, Anjali has uploaded on LeapScholar. Okay, feel stuck with rephrase introduction. Paraphrasing. Ranjit, you want to say paraphrasing. I think there are some tips to paraphrasing introduction, which I'm bringing tomorrow. So for example, if the sentence in the question is active, you can use a passive term. You can use passive. So this is how you paraphrase. Achal, paraphrase means to rewrite the same thing in your own words. This is how you show the examiner your level of English language. Yeah, I am doing writing, Suman. This masterclass is to promote my writing batch. Otherwise, how would you know? Yes, that we have such affordable classes at 438 for 1 week. You will get recordings, you will get study material, you will get live sessions for 1.5 hours. You get to participate almost every day in the speaking and the recent topics. We will be covering the recent topics. Yeah, a definite disadvantage. The next vocabulary word that I would want to bring to you is, you can also say one big drawback of consuming adulterated products is this. One big drawback. Meena Patel, I can see that your grammar is faulty because you have spelled grammar incorrectly. Yeah. Yes, Suman. So I'm talking about writing batch. Reading will also be coming. One big drawback of consuming adulterated products is this. Or you can say anything, whatever is given to you. One big drawback of funding local organizations, yeah, is this. All right. You can also say one serious, because it's a vocabulary class. So let's learn as many words as possible. Yeah. And then we are going to use them in our writing. Yes, we're going to use them in our writing. Yes. Now, please ask if you have any questions. So this is not just about me that I want to share a lot. It is also about you. Are you understanding? Are you able to build that connection with me, that if you are with me, you are definitely going to learn? Can you ask a question? Please ask a question. I will answer first 5 questions if you may have. Certainly. Another important connector that I want to talk about today, on the one hand, and a lot of you are writing on the other hand. No, you are not writing on the other hand. You are writing on other hand. Let me tell you, on other hand is incorrect. It is on the other hand. Please give importance to this the that it requires in the English language. We also make sure that we use the with, yes, Amrit, with US and UK. When you write the US and the UK, you will see an elevation in your band score. Yes, on the one hand and on the other hand. This is the most gone wrong sort of a connector. For instance, Rishabh, nice, for instance, is good. Masses is correct to use replace people. Yes, we can do that. But IDP website says that masses is not a good term. So we can use individuals and we can repeat those words. You can also see that if your people are teenagers, Ranjit, then you can use adolescents. You can also see that if your masses are what are they talking about, what age group, then you can specify on that. For example, if they're talking about older people, then we can use geriatrics, older, or young generation. Generation Z is informal, so I am not asking you to use that. Young generation or younger generation or generation of the day. Generation of the day. Yes, all right. So these are some expressions. And enormous, which are used in enormous numbers. Sagar, I couldn't understand your question. In writing, we shouldn't use idioms and phrasing expression, right? Like you said, in the same breath. Yes, we shouldn't. In the same breath is an idiom, and we would avoid. We can use that in speaking. We can use that in speaking. Yes, Ishita? Millennials, it's millennials. Yes, means older generation. Yeah. Youth, elderly. Yes, Suman. Elderly is good. Ma'am, can we use words instead of what can we use? Firstly, secondly, thirdly, you can use first of all, Harbans. So if you have used firstly, the next time you may want to use first of all, second of all, third of all, and then lastly. I think these can be used in your, process. When you have a process diagram, so you are writing firstly, secondly, thirdly, and all of that. Primarily is very good. So primarily is like firstly. Anjali, thank you so much. You've just joined the batch. Let me get back to my batch. So let me tell you, batch is not just about learning the writing style, but it is also giving yourself an exposure to connect with people who talk in good English. And that good English is certainly going to help you with your IELTS exam. Yes? No, Vimal, we should not use any idiom at all in writing. None. No idioms. Writing does not support any idioms at all. Yeah. The batch is designed in a way which is fruitful to all types of students. Yeah, it is for if you are a beginner level, if you are advanced level, if you are, I think if you are a beginner level, you will certainly reach advanced level because you learn so much. Yeah. And if you are already at advanced level, so this is going to help you. This is going to help you understand where you're going wrong. Even if you are at an advanced level, then you need to still understand why you are scoring a 6. Why you are scoring a 6. Yeah. Millennial is used, Rupali, not for the young generation. Millennial is used for middle-aged. You know, people who were born in 30 years ago from now or 40 years ago from now, those are millennials. Yeah. This essay discusses, I'm going to talk about this tomorrow, Rishabh. To be honest, I am not in the favor of this sentence. This essay discusses, why are you writing as a third person? Why are you writing as a third person? That this essay discusses. Why wouldn't you answer directly? If they are asking you, do you agree or disagree? Why would you say this essay discusses my opinion? That is not right. You should say, I agree, I disagree, or I partially agree. Why would you say this essay? Why would you put your essay in the third person? When you are writing your essay directly, then why are you putting it in the third person? So if you are confused on how to, join the batch, I doubt I don't have that screen. Do I have that screen of step by step? I'm asking my team. I do not have that screen wherein there is a step by step. So basically, what you have to do is you have to go to this link, which is being shared in the chat box. If you go to that link, you need to log in. You need to log in with your phone number. Please log in with your phone number, registered number, and then you will receive an OTP. When you will receive an OTP, in question and answer, people are asking how to join the batch. Oh, I'm so sorry, I missed that. Very few seats left because more and more people are joining because they are trusting me that Disha ma'am is certainly going to teach so well and it is going to be fruitful this 1 week. And you start sending me your answers for evaluation and you will see a huge transformation. You know, listening and reading you can do on your own. Am I right? Listening and reading you can do on your own. Because you will sometimes change the strategy, you will twist the strategy, but writing, you need a mentor, you need a coach. It is just like taking a driving class. You know, you can still bake from YouTube videos, but what happens when your cake does not rise? What happens when your yeast does not rise? You know, you need to know those nuances where you are going wrong. So it needs the right amount of temperature of the water or the milk for the yeast to rise. I'm just giving you an example to understand This is how important it is to have a mentor, somebody who can correct you for that 1 week, and then you see that transformation happening in yourself. Vishwa, hi. Yes, in reading also you need help, but somehow with tips and strategies, you can improve. So if you have done 2 to 3 reading questions earlier, when you are doing next, you know that yes, this strategy worked for me last time, this will work for me again, but this X strategy does not work for me. I am not going to follow that. So you have your own strategies, and with practice, you understand that where is IELTS trapping you. Yes, IELTS trap you at so many places. IELTS trap you. However, in writing, you need a professional help. Yes, yes, reading and listening, of course, you need help initially, but writing, you need help throughout the period of 1 week or throughout the period of 1 month. Yes, absolutely. So I was just talking about how important it is to do it hands-on rather than learning it from YouTube. For example, baking. You can also watch a class delivered by somebody on how to drive a car or how to fly a plane. But unless you sit there, you cannot really, unless you have the controls in your hand, I doubt you can learn really. Yes. So that is all from my side. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining today. Gauravi, we should write the essay on the diagram in past and present. Gauravi, very good question. Essay should be written in present. Your examples should be illustrated in the present tense. Task 1, you would use past tense or present tense, depends on the time period given to you. So if it is 2020, which is past again, or if it is 1900s, or if it is 15th century, or if it is 2024. So it depends on the year, and then you analyze your, yeah. Navi, like after 12, I don't know. Right now, I'm talking about the one starting on 12th. It would be great if you join the batch. I have recently started 2 of my batches this Monday. Then I have another batch starting 12, and the batches keep coming and going, but you have to determine when it is that you are going to take the test, and that is what is essential, when you are going to take the test. All right, and thank you so much. Please, for the last time, I request you to click on the link, because very few seats are left for this batch. I will clear everything from the screen and I will show you. I'd like to show you very few seats are left. It's good if you join. We are going to interact almost every day, and it's a never-ending knowledge sharing. You can listen from your friends who have already taken the exam through LeapScholar. I'm also going to share how we evaluate an answer for you, and you would really, really enjoy and benefit from this batch. It is only for 438. This is not like you, it's a game of thousands. You are paying 15,000 for a test, and for 400 you are scoring an 8 band. Imagine the kind of savings that you are doing by enrolling for a batch which costs only 438. Thank you so much, everyone. Thanks a lot. Have a great evening, and I will see you all tomorrow. We are doing introduction paragraph tomorrow. Introduction paragraph tomorrow. I talked about development of ideas yesterday, Vimal, and I'm going to talk about again in the class. So please register for this batch. Trust me, we talked about it yesterday. If you can find the video on YouTube, you can go through that. And if you think you are aligning with my way of teaching, which I'm certain you will, you're going to enroll the batch and be with me for 1.5 weeks, and I will make it, I will help you transition from 6 bands to 8 bands. And that is one time you're going to take the test. Yeah. Thank you so much, everyone. Have a great day. And I will see you all tomorrow for the writing batch. Bye-bye. Take care. Have a great evening. Bye. Take care.